Hey everybody, today I wanted to share some concerns I have about Black Beacon. Not game breaking, but it is an area on which they could seriously improve. I'm Shrike, like, comment, and subscribe for more gacha content. So what I've noticed is that each patch of theirs lasts quite a while and encompasses two different limited characters. They offer a Vulcan's Grace event to let us get the signature weapon for one of those two for free, and that's great. And the patches even come with a new story chapter and often a side story. The problem is in the events they choose to hold during these patches. Now, we've gone through them all for the Jisia and Yuli patch, and I can honestly say I was pretty disappointed. Let's start from the beginning. The music event. Clearly made for mobile, but even then was far too awkward at times and difficult at times, even on mobile. The timing of the notes changed constantly, to the point where sometimes you had to wait until just before the circle disappeared, and sometimes you had to click it right as it showed up. And it not following the music was just an extra level of annoying. But that's not my biggest problem with it. My biggest issue I had with the music event is that it has been completed, totally finished, by most people, for weeks. And as of the recording of this video, it still has 13 days left. 13 more days to just sit there doing nothing. The next event was even worse, but also better at the same time. The event itself was fine. Another dexterity event, rather than a brain teaser, that at least for me was annoying on mobile and criminally easy on PC. It required no thought at all, just take the clearly marked path of disappearing platforms and you'll reach the other side. The only interesting part was the second half, launching cannonballs at the enemies from across a gap and collecting boosts. This could have been the entire event, but on a much larger scale. Make it more difficult and add much more boosts, and make the boosts actually matter. As it was, I didn't really even need the boosts. I got them because I was already firing in the general direction, but they weren't really necessary. The stages weren't difficult enough to need them. And to top it all off, this event was shorter than the music one. 4 stages, 4 days. And then it sits there for an entire month, untouched. And now for our final event of the patch. With 13 days left, we would hope that this event is the big one. This one will carry us till the end of the patch, but no. This event finished today. 18 stages, 2 available each day, about 10 minutes of playtime. And this one was more of a mental puzzle rather than a physical one. Fit the puzzle pieces into the grid in the time allotted to get the highest score. I didn't think it was too difficult, but I did enjoy this one nonetheless. A couple of them had me spending about 10 minutes trying different placements before I finally got it. And even people in the Discord were asking for help with some stages. I think this is where the Black Beacon devs should focus their attention when it comes to events. Brain teasers. But a little feedback. The rewards need to be a lot better than they were here. 50 or 70 rune shards for clearing a stage at S rank is just not enough. Especially when you run these events so infrequently and for such a short duration. And yes, as you might have guessed, this event is also going to sit here for 13 days doing nothing. The entire patch is complete, all content finished, and we still have 13 days left. This isn't good. The devs really need to buckle down and learn how to run events. Each one should be able to be completed by an active player just in time for the next one. They try to artificially extend this by time-gating the stages, which only makes us realize that if the events weren't time-gated, we would finish them within 20 minutes for the platform one, maybe an hour for the puzzle one, and the music one maybe a couple hours. No event should be able to be completed in that short amount of time. Time-gate us if you must, but fill that time with something. Give us enough content that it almost doesn't matter that it's time-gated, because most people will still finish the current level right in time for the next one. Now, I don't like complaining without offering a solution, so here are some suggestions. Run X stage 10 times, where each day was a different stage. And the rewards for something like that should be the rune shards, as well as spherical fruits for clarity, because if you're forcing them to use clarity for events, then you should reimburse some as rewards. There are many different stages we can fight, from the boss stages to the resource stages. You could pick a different one each day to keep the players engaged. Or have a chance for all the resource stages to drop a new event currency, which can be spent at the limited time event shop to purchase rare or useful things. This type of thing is done in lots of games, and for good reason. It keeps the players in the game, farming stages to get that currency to buy the shop out. It also provides the community something to discuss. Which items are the most valuable in the shop? Which are overpriced and not worth it? The more we can talk and engage with each other, the better. Not to mention, content creators could make videos about it. I avoided mentioning a selfish reason I didn't like these events, and it's because they weren't conducive to making content for. At all. I tried, and the events were just so brain dead and simplistic I didn't need to explain any of it at all. Just get creative. Lean into the brain teaser type puzzles or the farming based ones, and if you're going to time gate us, then give us much more content to do between each gate. And please, for crying out loud, please plan out the start and finish times of your events better. Downtime is your worst enemy. I guarantee after today, when people know that there's 13 days left before a new event comes out, they're going to be far less likely to log in each day, and you run the serious risk of them simply not returning altogether. I want this game to succeed, but we need more content, especially the big, exciting event content. Those should be so exciting they bring back players that have left. Oh, and on a final note, what the heck ever happened to the Trial of Prophecy? Are we just never going to reset that? I thought that game mode was great, probably my favorite of them all. And the rewards for it were great too. But if it's just never going to reset, and we're only going to get harder and harder stages, eventually we're all going to hit our skill limit, and then it's just a dead game mode. Another part of the game just sitting there, untouched. Get it together, guys. This game could be so much better than it is. And with that being said, I'm gonna fly. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.